There's like a lot of footage of you burping and going, please don't put that in there.
That's because I just burp a lot, and I hope that you don't put like 50 images of me burping in these videos. I nervous burp.
Oh, do you?
Burping is a nervous thing for me. I'm a nervous burper. I can't help it. It's
okay.
It's what I've got. Hi, Booktube. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rebecca.
Today we're doing Todd's Tag by Todd the Librarian. Todd's a cool guy. He's
pretty chill.
He's so chill. I love, like, his dynamic compared to the dynamic of everyone else on Booktube.
You can watch, like, 100 Booktubers, and they'll be, like, these really peppy, like, 20-year-old girls, which they're beautiful, wonderful people.
Even some guys, and none of the guys, like, come near what Todd the Librarian does. It's just his own thing. And I respect that, Todd. You go, Todd. You keep doing you.
You keep Todding it.
Keep Todding it
Keep
up.
on Todding.
keep hashtag Todding. Question number 1. Have you ever regretted joining Booktube?
Well, we've been on Booktube about 3 months.
I know, it's not that long. Have you ever regretted it in that time?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
There have definitely been moments where I'm like, oh, we gotta shoot videos tonight.
I do think that it's an extra effort because it's the two of us. Let me just shout out now, in case any of you don't know, Rebecca edits all of our videos. I don't do shit. I sit here and drink and film. I set up the camera.
You volunteer, and you do the audio, and you've paid for substantially more stuff than I have.
I have some money.
And you also offer to edit a lot. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think at this point I've just gotten particular about it.
That's fine. My input of just, like, you coming to my house every once in a while, drinking together, filming together, and then I literally forget about it for weeks. And I'm just like, oh, what's coming out today? We just get together for a couple days, we just drink and film and black it all out, and it's great. And then I forget all of it. And then you relive it moment by moment and meticulously edit it. And that's great, and I appreciate that about you.
It's hard for us to, like, do a last-minute video. Be like, oh, we want to do this video, let's go.
Yeah.
Or we were tagged in this,
we
let's
don't
go
live
film
that
it.
close to each other?
No, it's like an hour-and-a-half drive, like, if there's no traffic.
Yeah. Are we thinking way too into these questions?
No,
Maybe I am.
no.
Alright, question number 2. The last movie you walked out of the theater on.
I cannot ever remember walking out.
You don't walk out of the theater.
No, I pay for that fucking movie. I'm gonna see that goddamn film. I come close.
I've come close.
Very close.
The last one I thought I would come close was Tarzan. It was really bad, but I was drinking. In case you would not guess this about me, I sneak alcohol into pretty much every movie.
In a flask.
Flask. I sneak in those tiny bottles of wine.
Oh, we did that for Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Oh, we snuck like 20 bottles of wine.
We did, and we dressed up like
that
fancy.
Was a great time.
We rented these supremely fancy dresses.
Yeah, we were
spent
fantastic.
like 3 hours getting ready, and then in these like ball gowns went to see Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies with like 10 or 15 little bottles of wine.
I was close to 20.
I loved the movie because I was fucking
so
drunk.
Fun. We couldn't even we couldn't even drive home because none of us were like ready. Can't think of any. You can't think of any movies?
No, but I'm pretty sure a movie I almost walked out of, you did walk out of.
What did you almost walk out of?
I Am Legend.
I did walk out of I Am Legend.
But it was for a totally different reason.
Okay, why did you walk out?
I almost walked out of because I liked the story I Am Legend, and the movie was so bad, like, in comparison.
Oh.
Like, I'm pretty loose with book to story adaptations, book to movie adaptations.
Yeah.
They could have slapped a different name on that movie, I would have had no fucking idea. That movie,
I didn't read the source material.
The story's about vampires.
Yeah,
to
that's
start
true.
with.
The reason I walked out of this movie had nothing to do with the movie itself. It was because I saw it the day after my cat died. And it was like my childhood cat that I loved dearly and was a beloved cat, and I was still like kind of raw with emotions about how much I loved my cat. Spoiler alert, the dog dies.
Like, painfully.
And painfully, there's a whole scene, he's like hugging the dog, walked out as the dog was dying, because I was just bawling, and I was like, I have to go. Question number 3, what character do you remember the most? No Harry Potter characters, no Twilight characters.
This one, like, took me a second, and then when I remembered, I was like, how did this take me a second? And it was Alex from A Clockwork Orange. I mean, the movie, he's definitely memorable in the film because of all the horrible things he does, but in the book, you're in his head, and it's just a very different experience.
Well, I went a very different route.
Okay.
I said Lizzie Bennet.
Oh,
because
Lizzie, yeah.
Because Lizzie Bennet is Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice isn't just a character that I remember, but like the vast majority of historical romances after that point have been, let's be honest, the main characters are some version of Lizzie Bennet. Think of her most frequently when I read like any historical romance, because the main characters are in so many ways just a version of Lizzie Bennet. Question number 4. What classic novel do you identify with the main character most? What did you write for this?
We were like sitting there trying to think of classic novels.
I still like can't think of shit for this.
I finally settled on Boo Radley.
Oh, Boo?
Yes. I don't identify with a lot of classic characters, I want to be
I
honest.
love To Kill a Mockingbird.
But
I wouldn't have thought of Boo.
But me hiding in my house, Boo Radley, like that's kind of me a little bit.
Was that like what's the main character's name?
Scout?
Scout. I would have thought of Scout.
That was definitely me when I was younger, but
now you're
like I was Scout and then I grew into Boo Radley and that's who I am.
Some actress who's really funny on Twitter, and her Twitter name is Boobs Radley.
I'm Boobs Radley. I'm Big Boobs Radley.
Big Boobs Radley.
Oh, God. Please don't make that my new nickname.
It's too late. Question number 5. If you could meet anyone from history, who would you meet?
I tried to like stick with an author, and it would be a little awkward because I never read her book, but I would pick Mary Shelley. I think she might be fun.
I picked Isaac Asimov.
Ah.
Isaac Asimov has written so many fucking books that, I'm not joking, the number of books might have surpassed the number of years he was alive. It'd be fascinating to talk to. The fact that he originated the concepts that we accept today as like the basic rules of robotics, and that's referenced in so much science fiction and these cool concepts, and the fact that he already had such in-depth understanding of science, and I just think he'd be fascinating.
A lot of like science fiction authors predicted things that ended up being real later. Like Arthur C. Clarke wrote about satellites before satellites existed. Is there anything that Isaac Asimov did?
And it's so cool that you said that because I already know, because he had predictions about the internet.
Oh, okay.
He basically predicted, I fucking wish this was true, God bless you, Isaac Asimov, but he predicted that we would achieve a point in time where we wouldn't need fundamental jobs, that we would achieve a point where information would be so easily accessible that philosophers would reach this point and we would be able to earn a living doing things like thinking.
You ever like watch some weird porn and you're like, I can't believe this is what I'm using the internet for?
Yeah. Question number 6. The apocalypse strikes. What one book do you take with you? Oh, Todd, you wrote this fucking question, and then you had the cheapest ass fucking answer. Let me just say, like he said, some fucking survival book,
like a survival guide. Yeah,
like I get it, because no one says like the last book you could read or something is how do I survive. I get it. We all want to survive. What we're really asking is if you could read one book for like forever, what's the one book?
I felt like there were a couple approaches I could take to this. One, I could pick a really long book that I could read chunks of and it would, take me along, Or I thought of like a light, happy book that just brings me so much joy. And I went with that and I picked Holes.
I couldn't read Holes for Eternity.
I can't read any book for eternity.
No,
honestly, I can't. But Holes does bring me a certain amount of happiness that I feel like I could not read it for a couple of years and then be like, oh yeah, I have Holes. And
well, I said the complete Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, I was thinking of, like
a complete, because that'd be obviously like a lot.
A lot.
Several stories.
It's like a weapon too.
When you could like beat off zombies or like whatever comes across. Question number 7. If you could write a masterpiece, what subject matter or genre would you pick?
I wrote badass ladies doing badass shit.
That seems like your kind of vibe, though.
I just like seeing ladies getting along and fucking destroying shit together.
For so long, I used to tell people, like, oh, most of my friends are guys.
Yeah, guys are less drama.
Yeah. Which is such bullshit.
It is.
Let me tell you, guys, fucking dramatic. They
Way
just
more
don't
drama.
present it like drama.
No.
They act like they're being chill. They're not.
They're not fucking chill.
They're not chill.
All
Women-
men.
Every last
man on earth. Don't you not all men are.
Ultimately, women have been through a lot of shit that makes us relate to each other.
Yeah.
We were led to believe that, like, female friendships presented weakness. That if you were cool or tough, you would have guy friends.
Yeah.
But-
What's your masterpiece about?
Oh, obviously sci-fi.
Yeah.
There's a masterpiece in here somewhere,
I believe it.
and I'll write it one day.
You've got
This
time.
NaNoWriMo will not be it.
That's okay. That's your jump. Like, it's a starting point.
Yeah. Question number 8. If you were a drink, what would you be?
I decided I was going to need your help with this one.
Oh, all right.
I started with peppermint hot chocolate, but with some kind of alcohol. But I wasn't sure what kind.
You're a little spicy, but you'd be like warm and chocolatey and cozy, but you'd be sassy.
Maybe like cinnamony? Is
Oh,
that spicy?
cinnamon, that's good.
So peppermint hot chocolate with
Cinnamon
like a
mint.
cinnamon vodka.
I said I would be a gimlet.
Okay, what's a gimlet?
It's gin and lime. That's
Yum.
all. Gin. So gin is like a floral. It's a feminine kind of liquor.
Okay,
It's
okay.
floral. It's lavendery. And then the alcoholness, which is like the bitterness of my soul, is cut by the sourness of the lime. It's so much lime. I'm so sour that it cuts right
bitter
through
and sour
the bitterness
and
of it.
flowery.
But it comes out sweet.
I like how we're both alcoholic drinks.
Was it not supposed to be an alcoholic?
I don't think so. I think it was any drink.
Non-alcoholic drink?
Come on, if we're made of drinks, there's alcohol in it.
What do you drink that's not alcoholic?
Water? That's just vodka, right?
Okay. Favorite foreign language book?
I don't read a lot of
not
them.
read a lot of foreign language. So the first thing I thought of was Rilke. I read poetry. I know not everyone does. He has this great poem. I always think of widening circles, because the famous line from it is widening circles. Something like, I move in ever widening circles around the Tower of Babel, and I'm paraphrasing an entire poem here, but he says something like, I do not know, am I a storm, or am I a bird, or am I a song? This is what's interesting about the translation, is that if you look at different versions, some say he's moving in circles, which is just he's spinning around the Tower of Babel. Some translations translate the word widening differently. Some say ever widening circles, and some translations say he's going in ever widening circles, which would be a spiral,
Yeah.
moving outward. What does he mean? Like, is he circling it? Is he moving away from it? Is he expanding? I don't know. I can't go into it because I'm too drunk. It really makes you think about your role in life. Last question, Todd. Number 10. Jesus, Todd, come on. Question number 10. What separates us from other life forms?
I wrote 3 question marks as my answer.
Oh. To me, there is not a lot of difference. There is a hierarchy. There is a growth. If you look at a snake, a possum, anything that you would normally think is lower than us, they might make choices very similar to us. It's just that they do not have the fineries that we do. Say if they're choosing a mate, they don't have the fineries of, what TV would we enjoy watching together, or do we like holding hands or don't we? But that doesn't mean that they're not particular, or that doesn't mean that they don't mate for life. They may be more simplistic, but ultimately are they lesser? And I have a hard time with that one.
You ever watch Planet Earth? No. There was like some island somewhere where snakes were all mating or whatever, and a snake was like all of the snakes were out mating, and then one came out and were like, this snake is late and will likely not find a partner.
Someone gave me Planet Earth as a gift right in the middle of the HD versus Blu-ray.
Oh my god, no!
And they gave it to me in HD.
Oh, at the end of Todd's tag, what separates us from the beasts?
This is a question that people write, like, dissertations on.
Right?
Like, Jesus Christ, Todd. Like, reel it in a little. That's Todd's tag. Thanks, Todd. Those were some great, weird questions. Thanks, Todd.
Cheers.
See you next time, Booktube.